Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to my incomplete guide to Starsector. We are picking up basically right as we left off last time after having fought that double pirate fleet, apparently, that the game didn't warn us about, or I'm guessing that the intel popped up here and I just didn't notice it in time. So that happened. Whoops. Now we're in a bit of a pickle right now, because we don't have enough crew to man our ships here. So if we go to our fleet, you'll see that we have 115 out of the needed 135 to actually run all of our ships. So that means that our ships are going to max out, currently at 58%, 65, 60, 63%, so about 60-ish percent combat readiness. Now that isn't a huge problem, but it will impact our capabilities in combat. So we have a couple options. We could do what's called mothballing a ship, which is where we take a ship and we say, no, not you. However, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these guys repair themselves because they are in pretty rough shape. Although, you know what? You take 2 people, so you're not a problem. You take 5 people, not a problem. You take 23 people. Yeah, you know, we're gonna mothball our secondary wolf here for now, and that will put us just under the required, or just over the required crew. So we really can't afford to lose any more crew right now. So let's go ahead and we're going to let our ships repair while we go and explore, and also we're gonna level up, because I forgot to last time. And it's been so long now that we actually have 2 skill points from that last pirate battle and the one before when we were leaving the Corvus system. Now, I think what I'm going to do here is I want to go into a particular style of play that kind of emphasizes the use of frigates and destroyers, and we'll still get larger ships, but they'll kind of be more our fleet anchors that, you know, our other ships, including myself, will rally around. Although I tend to run interference, so I want to go ahead and I want to get, let's see, there are a lot of good options at this level. We have generic plus 5% damage, which isn't bad. It also influences how well our ground operations go when we get like Marines and we want to do raids on facilities. This is actually a really nice option, although at the moment it's probably the weakest one because we're not doing raids right now. This one will give us actually a lot better speed for all of our ships because we have just frigates and just destroyers, and that's pretty good. Your nav rating influences your speed. This one I think is what we're gonna go with. We have extra damage for any ships above frigate size if we're a frigate. Now this only affects us right now because it affects all frigates and destroyers with officers. So this is great for us, not so great for everybody else in the fleet, because we only have ourselves as an officer. Now this is all combat ships. Increases maximum combat readiness. This is another great option. And then you have a couple of carrier options that increase your fighter replacement speed and your top speed and target leading accuracy, among other things. I'm probably not going to look at these guys too much. I am leaning toward... Ooh... I would normally go with Wolfpack Tactics, but because we only have our ship, I think Tactical Drills is going to be better. And then I think we'll also grab Crew Training, where I could go up to... I do want to move down the industry tech tree here. I'm not quite as interested in these guys, although, ooh, you know what? I do use energy weapons a lot, so I'm thinking this might be a good one to take. That for now. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll do it. I'm dialing it in. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to survey this planet as long as it is not too expensive. Ooh, it's 45. Oof. Tell you, we'll come back. That is expensive. It's very pricey. What else is in this system that you could take a look at here? We have another arid world. Let's dial this one in. We're going to go ahead and save for one. We're going to speed our way there. And all of our ships are getting repaired, so we're using fewer and fewer supplies as time goes on. This one has ruins too. Oh, it's a nice small arid world. We have hot, but habitable, typical of arid worlds. Only 15 supplies. Let's do it. Common organics, moderate ore, rich farmland, and widespread ruins. This is an amazing planet, actually. In fact, this whole system seems really nice, because when you're considering settling and building colonies, you want to make sure that you have some of every kind of material and supply in a particular system, as well as you want it to be as close as possible, typically, to the core worlds, and this is very, very close. Now, we don't have anywhere near the resources to colonize. We're going to ignore that for now. We will explore the ruins, though. We got tons of junk. Okay. Alright, I'm not really too excited about this, but we will take the supplies. We'll take it all first, and we will dump probably as many of you as we have to, which is going to be all of you, plus some of the metal. That's a shame, but this isn't a ton of cash in the long run, and we're also getting 30,000 credits for surveying this planet, and 3,000 for surveying, I think, the other arid world in this system. And we got 10k for this guy if we sell it to Hegemony, so yeah, not bad. And we are not going to survey this one. It'll cost us 1 million credits. But I'm going to come here. I'm going to do a big sensor ping. I don't see anything on our radar down here, so we're going to go ahead and we will leave this system, now that we've alerted everybody and their brother to our presence here. We're going to try to avoid that Pather fleet that we saw earlier. They're going to just either make us tithe or try to fight us, so we'll save. We'll head through here, and we're going to go dark as soon as we do, just in case they're still loitering about. And we're going to head back up to civilized space, but I'm not going to go to the Hegemony area yet. I think we can speed this up now. As much as I would love to keep exploring here, we don't have a lot of supplies, and we definitely don't have the crew to handle more battles. And I think I lied about not stopping Hegemony, because I want to stop right up here. And we're going to go to... Okay, Mercenary Patrol. We'll go to Sphinx. And we will pick up some crew there, hopefully. Turn a transponder on. And again, we have some more bounties coming up, which is kind of nice. So Tri-Tachyon and Hegemony, take a peek at them before we even hop in here. We have one. Oh, we have two close by. Oh, they're both here. So we have... Oh, this is a pirate base. We don't want to tackle that one just yet, but this one's nice. It's an easy bounty. How about you? It's a little more challenging, but if we get some newer and nicer ships here, that might not be a problem. Stop here at Sphinx, where they have a military base, which may give us access to some more big guns. Now we have here, in the directory, an officer we can hire. Now this will give us a character who sort of adds another layer of AI to our ship, and also may bring in some additional skills. So this person has ordnance expertise, which gives their piloted ship better flux dissipation based on how many weapons it has. And that's their only trait right now. Their personality is aggressive, which gives them... It makes them a little more aggressive in combat, which I kind of like. And you know what? He wants 2,000 credits right now and 900 credits a month. We have 160. We are good. We got our first officer aside from ourselves. Now that does mean that if we had taken this Wolfpack tactics and put our new officer on a small ship, then both of the ships, our ship and that ship, would get this bonus to damage against bigger ships, as well as longer peak operating time. But that's a moot point, so skip it for now. We have a dockside bar. We have underworld bounties here. We can talk to the pirates and they'll give us bounties. This will give us more reputation with the pirates if we keep taking these over and over again, and some money, but I'm not too friendly with pirates. We do here have a hard-drinking spacer. He's a Buffalo-class freighter. I won't be needing it anymore. He looks at you with reddened eyes that suggest sorrows which require quite a lot of drowning. I can sell to you for 6,600 credits, he says, then looks down at his half-empty drink. It was good to me once. I want detail info. We have some... Ooh, we have a D-mod. And it makes it slower? No. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, buddy. Alright, I'm going to spend some time here buying and selling things, and again, if I come across anything big, like I'm going to go and sell this AI core real quick, just so we don't end up getting accidentally snagged by patrols. There we go. I'll go ahead and do some buying and selling and bring you back to talk about what I changed, if anything. Okay, we are back, and I made no changes aside from selling one more gun that we don't really need. We have here a rocky ice world with an independent settlement on it. So we can stop here. And whenever you're in civilized space, it's a good idea to visit basically everyone you're not hostile to see if you have any opportunities. This guy wants us to do something for 48,000 credits. Wants us to go way over there and really annoy the Luddic Church. Yeah, no, thank you. But you can find, even in the same system, from different factions, you may find different odds and ends. So we have different mod specs, we have access to kind of bigger guns here. The independents aren't particularly rich, but they do occasionally have stuff that you can't buy otherwise, except on military markets. And these guys won't mind so much if you buy from the black market. So if we leave, we'll see, we have a fast picket. I think we don't want to annoy them. I'm going to go ahead and just a quick save here. But I kind of want to buy these Atropos torpedoes because these are probably my favorite missile in the game. They're not the best, and they've been nerfed a few times, but I like them for their big 1,000 damage and their tracking capabilities, and these can be kind of hard to find sometimes. So go ahead and do that, and that raised our suspicion to none. Okay. Well, that was easy. Ooh, we have integrated targeting unit, but that is pricey. It's pricey. How about ships? What do we have here? Ooh, we have a really wrecked up Drover. No, thank you. Ooh, a really wrecked up Tempest. That is in such bad condition, I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Black market, anything worthwhile here? No. I mean, I would buy these, but we don't really have the fleet to support another real big ship. Plus, I am kind of going for a small ship's fleet here. I'll leave these alone for now. But again, we can zip our way up here to this settlement. This is a settlement, right? Yep. Tigra City. We'll go ahead and slow down. And no one here to talk to. We can talk to these guys, but they just kind of give you like, hey, what's up? See you guys. Dock sidebar. Someone got us a drink. All right. He knows the location of an astral blueprint. Oh, man. He wants 1,000,000 credits for it, though. No, thank you. And we have an academic with a tripod. Okay, so this is a long duration mission that I'm familiar with. He turned out to be a scientist, maybe a quote scientist, end quote, and is delighted to have someone finally to listen to his story. You set your face to a practiced, stern but receptive look as you hear his pitch through to the end. The data doesn't lie, he cries again and again, though you can't make sense of the arcane tables scrolling on his greasy tripod. There's an enormous stock of unrecovered domain-era technology in the system. No one else can see it. All I ask is, his voice drops to a whisper, you retrieve for me the AI core hidden in the midst of the trove. That I get to keep. I'll tell you exactly where to look if you agree to my terms. Sure, why not? So he gives us the location of an AI crate, and yep, that is a long-term mission. We'll take a look at that in a minute. What do we have here? We have heavy armor mod spec. Nothing exciting on here. Nothing here really that I'm interested in. Back to the fleet. Can we buy anything cool here? A banged up Condor? No, thank you. And some actual decent ships, but I'm not ready for most of these yet. Okay. And lastly, we're going to zip on over this way to the last settlement here, called Eventide. This is actually the capital of the hegemony. Wow. We have solar shields, or stellar shades, and we have stellar mirrors. It's pretty wild. Okay, no one to hire here. Huddle to a bar. What kind of trouble we can get to with the underworld boss in the booth? Okay, what do they want? They want... It's a long one. You could do something for me. They want us to raid a spaceport with marines that we don't have. So we're not going to do that. And once again... Ooh, missile autoloader. This is a new mod in this version of the game that I have not seen before or played with. But I like it. I do like it. You know, let's buy it. Why not? See what it does. And we have some... Ooh, heavy mauler. These are decent options. Some pretty good stuff here, but I'm interested in ships mostly. We have a bunch of junk. Ships that I don't really need. More junk. And... ships that I'm not ready for, and then kind of junk. Okay. Well, I think we'll move on from this system. We're going to head over to Galatia here. One, because it's close by, and two, because we can get an extra 18 big ones here by going to Pontus. Let's land a course, and we'll get out of here. After Galatia, I want to head up to... Let's see. I want to go to Ragnar and Valhalla, as well as possibly Hybersil, because I want to visit Tri-Tachyon. One, because they have pretty big investment in high-tech ships that I'm a big fan of, and two, to see what other really cool stuff they might sell on the market. So let's go through here. Oop, we somehow skipped by that. Amazing. Turn off our transponder for hyperspace. And let's roll. And like that, we're here. We have a faction bounty in Valhalla. And we have a analyzed domain era probe. Here we go. We'll pause when we get in here. So in this intel here, we have a domain era probe kind of far out. This is one of the ones I told you where you have to accept the mission, and then you have a limited number of time to complete it once you accept it. Now, as this ticks down, this will tick down even before you accept it. These can tick down sometimes to the point where they will actually disappear, they'll be revoked, if you don't accept the mission in a given period of time, so beware. Pirate base, domain probe. We haven't seen any missions to analyze or survey planets, which is kind of interesting. Okay, whatever. Let's see what we can do here. I want to go to... no. Let's visit. Here we go. We're going to ask about returning a data core to Provost Galatia. At the mention of Galatia, the junior agent goes suddenly pale and touches their ear, stammering something about an urgent request as they turn and leave. With a sigh, you check the public comms terminal nearby. No entry under the name Galatia. After your query, the display locks into a hegemony commsec warning. You open comms to your flagship and delegate the task of finding out what's going on to your comms officer. In short order, they manage to navigate the lower echelons of graduate students to finally speak with someone in a position of authority. The active commsec is routed to your personal interface. Academician Elec at your service, Captain. The Academician draws out your presumed title like you've forgotten to serve him biscuits with his tea. You are certain your comms officer would have mentioned your name. I'm going to not introduce myself. Got a data core. Oh, one of those, of course. Your secretary should have just said so. The academician pauses. But then this would have been Provost Cowdshore, would it not? He's not the Provost anymore. No, no. Alec's voice deepens with practice gravitas. Not after what happened. Is there a reward, or should I dump this data core into this gas giant we're orbiting? I'm gonna go with just, so is there still a reward? Oh. Alec looks at you blankly for a moment. I suppose there is that. I don't recall that particular account being frozen. Have your secretary or whatever send the data core to the Planetary department, if you'd be so kind. I'll send it over. Got our quid. And... you know, let's go ahead and we'll request a meeting with the Provost. This is the beginning of one of the first story missions in the game, and these are generally not timed missions, so we're going to have sort of some time to just play with other things, other elements of the game, before we get into it. But let's go ahead and start it here. The Academy agent makes a quiet request through their personal comms, then gives you a patient look. The new Provost is very, very busy. New administration after the, recent unpleasantness, you know? This could take some time. Days, weeks sometimes. You might want to leave your comms ID with me and come back in. The comms unit chimes softly. Yes? Really? I mean, yes. We'll come up immediately. The agent turns to you. Provost Baird will see you right now. Please follow me, Captain. You are led through a discreet, secure access door to a series of passages that bypass the public concourses. A travel lift activates at the Academy agent's presence, and you step inside the agent's encouraging nod. The lift pod is wrapped by diamond matrix through which you can see the canyon-like sweep of plazas pass by, filled with crowds of students, academics, and technicians. Raising your gaze, you see that the pod is approaching a tiered substructure, which seems to hang over the curve of the station interior. The pod slows, and you shuffle to adjust to the local grav effect field gradient. You must be near the core of Galatia Station. A guard-wearing mirrored faceplate dismisses the junior agent and ushers you to an antechamber filled with small groups, waiting to meet with the Provost. They have perfect hair and perfect skin, unmarred by the radiation and burns that mark a spacer. Those cybernetics you can spot are consciously stylish adornments, rather than crude augments. Many have brought their young progeny with them. The stench of wealth and influence is palpable. Heads turn as you are led past all of them toward a set of large doors inlaid with wood from what looks like real trees. You feel their glares on you, like point defense fire on heavy armor. We'll play it cool. You enter the office and the doors close silently behind you. Provost Anahita Baird turns to acknowledge your entrance while concluding a call via her desk tablet. Ancient wooden shelves for real paper books gleam darkly in subdued light, emanating tastefully from nowhere. The shelves are only half stocked from crates scattered around the office. A brass orrery of the Galatia system adorns a plinth in the midst of a seating cluster. Parchments mounted behind the Provost's desk display intimidating intellectual rankings, their seals of authenticity softly glowing. I apologize for the mess, she says, having noted your examination. I've only just moved office. Before you speak, she raises a hand. You're not here to set up a donation. Why, then? Because it is very much my interest to know about the up-and-coming mercenary captain who corrected the unfortunate situation created by my ambitious but incautious predecessor. A pause. This institution is not devoted to purely theoretical work. She forms a cradle with her hands as if to hold on to an idea as she explains it. For what use is knowledge if it does not give us the power and wisdom to change the world for the better? She leaves the question hanging in the air for a moment. I will say nothing. She breaks her hands apart. The Galatia Academy could make use of someone like you. Someone capable, discreet. And here she pauses, a tactic for emphasis she appears to employ often. And very well paid. I do not wish to make the same mistake as my predecessor. If one wants work done properly, appropriate incentive must be provided. She leans back and looks at you, done speaking. For real this time. Probably. I'm interested. What do you need done? I shall put you in contact with Academician Alvis Sebastian. He'll be my liaison with you. You'll receive a few mundane tasks from various departments in the Academy so that we can build a working rapport and provide you with the funds required to bring your fleet up to my standards. She looks over her spectacles at you. Most of all, I require evidence of trust. I intend to remain provost here for a long time, and productive relationships are built on trust. We will speak again before long, I'm sure. She looks out the dimmed window at the great halls of the Galatia Academy. But you cannot imagine what we shall accomplish. She smiles now, not for you, but for herself. Let's go talk to Sebastian. Hey, buddy. The comms connect after a moment. Oh, hello, it's you. Your contact looks almost surprised that you're calling, but manages to launch into an upbeat introduction. My name is Albus Sebastian. The new provost, that is, Provost Baird, assigned me to be your liaison with the Academy. I hope you're excited to work with me as I am to work with you. I'll be nice. Nice to meet you, buddy. Right, yes, he seems nervous to be meeting a real-life space captain. You wonder idly how he even got this position. Different departments within the Galatia Academy tell me what they need done, then I coordinate with freelancers like yourself to procure, the necessary services. Oh, and I run jobs by the finance office. We have to make sure you get paid. That's very important. At any time, there may be various jobs open to you. You just have to check with me. Or sometimes there might be no jobs, if they're all fulfilled. He reads something on the tablet, but, it looks like Provost Baird wants you to have first priority. She must like you. You're not so sure about this. So I won't read these jobs, but he wants us to retrieve a data pad from ruins on Ogion, which is way out there. No. Or a scientific object, also way out there. We are not equipped. You see our fuel range is not even that far, so we will decline for now, and we'll come back later. Because we have business to attend to, and that business is up in Tri-Tachyon space. Let's go up to Ragnar here, and hopefully that will get us close enough to Tri-Tachyon civilization. Ooh, clunk. I'll bring all you back once we're there. We're not. You know what? You know what, buddy? You stepped in it there. You stepped in it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Good luck, buddy. We're gonna just deploy that. Don't really need you. And we'll do our usual stacking up here. Away we go. Boop. I guess I could have put our officer on one of our ships too, couldn't I? Would have been smart of me. Uh-oh. Here comes a big missile. There we go. You, buddy. Hey, dude. Go ahead and empty our flux, dump our heat. Then we'll just get back in here, I think. Do. Clunk. Oops. A little busy there, wasn't I? Let's go ahead and take you out. We can. We cannot. Take that on our hull, no problem. And I think down you go. This is your final one. Dead. Oh, that was a mistake on your part, buddy. There we go, and done. And nope, no ships for us, thank you. And there we go. Okay, well, you know what? That, I think, is going to probably be the end of this episode, and we'll pick up next time as we are heading up to Hypersil, and I might just meet you all there, just to move that. However, before we go, we got some money from that. There's a system bounty here, and we have an option for officer promotion. So sometimes you will get officers who may be promoted from your ranks, and you'll get a new officer. Now this is a timid personality, which means they're going to stay as far back as possible, and they have one skill called damage control. I am not super interested in this, but if we get a carrier sometime soon, then I might throw them on the carrier. We'll see. So I'm going to leave them here. We have 180 days to think about it, and we'll come back to that later. But I think we'll also, before we leave, we will put, yes, thank you, we will put our other officer onto this ship here. That'll make it more efficient. It'll get about 50 more flux dissipation, which ain't half bad. Alright everyone, well I hope you enjoyed the episode. We got a little bit of combat, a little bit of story in there. And let me know what you think in the comments. I look forward to seeing your thoughts. And as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.